This is the best foldable on the market right now. Cool, so guys, welcome back to my review. This is, let's say, 6 to 8 months of the Honor Magic V5, this bad boy of a phone. And this is coming from an Apple user-ish. So I had an iPhone 15 Pro Max before. I've also had a V2 before. This is in the early stages though. And yeah, now moving on to the V5. Firstly, guys, the design, I'm going to tell you now, thin phone, easy to carry. The phone is quite long, but apart from that, the phone feels premium. It folds open, it closes inner screen nicely. Is 7.95 inches. The inner screen is a foldable OLED display. The external screen is 6.43 inches. And you lot, if I'm being honest, if you have big hands, it's better to, get a phone like this. You can hold it in one hand. If maybe it's too much to hold with one hand, then I feel like some people might find the phone a bit long. But in terms of just overall presence and design of the whole phone itself, I think it's still one of the thinnest, if not the thinnest, foldables to date. So yeah, just based on how light it is, you feel it in your pocket, but not as much as, let's say, an iPhone, which is quite bulkier. I can't forget to mention the brightness, HDR peak brightness, 5000 nits. Sometimes I don't know why I feel like it could be brighter. I know the inner screen is 1300 nits, external 1800, but sometimes I'm just like, is my brightness up? Maybe I need to, check the eye comfort technology, because I know that it has dynamic dimming. But overall, as just the display involved, I think it's a really nice display. I'm not too fussed upon the crease. Can you see it? Yeah, if you look closely, you can, but it's a foldable, so I feel like we all know what we're getting when it comes to that. When it comes to software, I'm sorry, I'm tired of all the comments I've seen.
Magic OS, I would get it, but the software this, the software that, Samsung does it better, One UI, blah blah blah.
Guys, it's technology, it's a phone. Yes, I know some people have preferences, but the amount of people not getting this phone simply because the software, or they think the software is gonna have problems, or that's just not the case with me. I didn't find anything that a normal phone wouldn't do. So like, I even have an iPhone, it bugs sometimes. I've used a Samsung, it bugs sometimes. Like, just the usual things that I feel like all technologies have. Nothing like I felt like, oh, I can't use Magic OS. If anything, sometimes I feel like the Magic OS experience was very similar to Apple. Like, yes, it's Magic OS, but like, everything works nicely. It has the taskbar, you can pull it from the side, option to split screens. Like, nothing for me was anything to make me feel like, hey, the software is not moving how it should be, or the gestures, or nothing really stood out like to make me feel like, I'm not gonna get this phone because the software is crap. Nothing at all. And now I'm gonna move on to the cameras. The cameras with the Honor is a hard one. One thing I have to give Apple the green flag for are the cameras. When it comes to Apple and iPhone, the cameras are just great. I feel like the Honor, when it doesn't have good lighting, it's not great. Like, I've tried different settings on the actual camera. I've tried like the portraits. When it has lighting, it's perfect. It's near enough, like really good for a foldable phone. But cameras, I'm just not a fan of. I feel like it makes my skin look very pale. Cool. Now, guys, on the features, there's a lot of features I want to run through, but the main one for me has to be how underrated Honor Share is. Okay, so it helps you move files between different devices. I'm just a big fan of how it works for especially my MacBook and Apple devices. It's quick. Like, I'm talking, share the file, put it through, and it works seamlessly. Like, a bit like AirDrop, but I'll say even faster sometimes. The next thing I like is, the gestures. I like how you can put your hand out and screenshot. I like how you can split the screen easily. You might count that as a feature, you might not, but overall, that's one of my like big things. How I can just drag. I initially thought the screen was for like 2 windows, but I love how you can have 2 and a floating one, or even 3 and a floating one. So to me, that's a really big feature. There's not a time when I need completely free, completely open, but still, I love that. I love how you can just use the sidebar to like go back. And there's a lot of Honor features that I feel like I'm even yet to explore. I'm playing around with the pen a lot more to see the kind of things I can do. I'm playing around with the floating window, and I would say that's when I mainly use it. If I'm on YouTube and I'm still trying to, play music and go on Instagram, then that's one of the ways I do use some of the features, such as that floating window. Okay, now guys, this one to talk about the best thing on the phone has to be the battery life. I kid you not, I can keep this phone. I hope that I can keep it for a couple of years because the battery is just unmatched. I'm talking like a day and a half, and I'm talking performance mode, using it hard, making TikToks, sending my files across YouTube, going on Twitch. The phone, like the me personally, I feel like the fact that it charges so quick was already making me think a bit like, no, I'm a bit skeptical. It comes with a 65 watt plug-in like adapter. I have to say the battery is like all day, all day. I'm talking more than my iPhone 17 Pro Max. I know it has a bigger battery, but I just felt like even my iPhone 17 Pro, it doesn't last as long. I don't know how they optimize stuff. I don't know how it works. So on the battery, I have to say 5 out of 5. Now the downsides, there are some bugs when it comes to using applications that are not ready for, I would say, foldable use. For example, I'm on Instagram, you can see here, where do I find where to click DMs? I'm not sure what button to click or where that button has gone. So I would say with apps, it's not too well, like it's not too ready for foldable in terms of apps. But it will get there, it will get there. And I feel like another downside would be I don't use the pen too much. It came free, but some people always ask me, oh, what pen? Does it work with any pen? I'm not too sure, guys, but I do know, don't rush to get a pen. It's been in the box, I hardly use it. I felt like the pen should be a lot more lighter than it actually is. So that, I would say, is a downside, in terms of, and there's no pen holder. That's a downside. But yeah, few bugs in terms of maybe just like responsive and apps, but nothing out of the ordinary, guys. It's a phone, it's affordable. I love what they're doing, and to me, I believe it will get there. I don't know if it will get there in the V6. Personally, I'm not upgrading to the V6. Let me know if you're upgrading. And yeah, 8.5 out of 10 is what I'm giving it. Few drawbacks, but nothing major. And guys, if you're still looking for this phone, I definitely say it is a cop. Let me know what other videos you want to see on the phone. You want to see like me using it day to day, all day. Yeah, just let me know what you want to see next. I'm out.